Hello and welcome to this short video where I'm going to be talking about what endpoint assessment is and how it works with the Associate Project Manager standard. So endpoint assessment is an independent assessment that happens right at the end of your apprenticeship. So you're going to conduct your on-program learning right the way through the apprenticeship with your training provider, and then at the end someone who is independent, who hasn't had any contact with you right the way through the apprenticeship, is going to come along and assess you against a set of criteria to understand and assess the knowledge, skills and behaviours that you've developed right the way through your apprenticeship program. So for Associate Project Manager, what that looks like is a portfolio that's based on 15 learning areas, a presentation, and a professional discussion. So that portfolio that's based on 15 learning areas that are identified in the apprenticeship standard, and you can find that apprenticeship standard on the Institute for Apprenticeships website. So it's based on those 15 learning areas. It's going to be a maximum of 25 pieces of discrete work-based evidence. And the really, really important thing for this is that it's quality over quantity. So you want to be having a look at those learning areas and thinking about what kind of evidence you can bring to contribute towards your understanding of those 15 learning areas. You'll then select 5 of those learning areas to bring forward and make the basis of the presentation, and 10 of them will be brought forward and become the basis for the professional discussion. So that presentation is going to be a maximum of 45 minutes, and the professional discussion is going to be a maximum of 60 minutes. So, you're in the driving seat for this. You can select those 15 learning areas based on where your strengths are. So think about that before you do select the 5 learning areas for the presentation and the 10 for the professional discussion. So some tips for the endpoint assessment. First of all, read the assessment plan, which is available on the Institute for Apprenticeships website, and also read the guidance documents that we've produced. So in those guidance documents and the assessment plan, you can understand what we're looking to assess in the presentation, the professional discussion, and really what we're looking for in terms of demonstration of those knowledge, skills, and behaviours across the different learning areas. It's all laid out, and we document what we would expect to see a pass, a merit, and a distinction. So being familiar with those is really, really important. And that way, if you're familiar with those, you can understand what kind of evidence is really going to give you the best chance for success in the portfolio, which is going to underpin both the presentation and the professional discussion. So next up, when submitting work-based evidence in your portfolio, you need to make your contribution clear. So think about what did you do and what did you add to that particular piece of evidence. So if you're submitting a project plan, make it really, really clear what your contribution was to that. We're not assessing the success of that project. We're assessing your competence as an associate project manager. So really think about those contributions and make them clear in that way. Next up, be really familiar with your portfolio and bring it with you on the day. You can have it to hand and you can refer to it during the assessments. These assessments are underpinned by that portfolio, so it's important that you are able to make reference to it during particularly the professional discussion. And finally, the presentation, it should be really concise and it should build on the knowledge in the portfolio, not repeat it. So it's really there to kind of enhance what's in that portfolio, and it really, really gives you an opportunity to demonstrate, I really, really understand those knowledge, skills and behaviors that were expected of me, and here I am able to demonstrate them in a really, really concise way. So I hope that makes things a little bit clearer for you, and best of luck with your assessment.